I deployed to Afghanistan in 2005.
Being in the Air Force took Andrea Norton all around the world, always working with a team toward the same mission.
If you look at satellite images, my job was to be able to identify everything. I helped keep pilots safe, really. I helped them identify threats and really know what they were looking at.
After 8 years, it was time for the Bay City native to come home. Little did she know it'd be her toughest mission yet.
I had a lot of struggles. When I got out, I was isolated. I was in college, but I was very lonely. I felt very much like nobody understood me and I couldn't connect.
After years of battling depression and even thoughts of suicide, it wasn't until she opened up to another veteran that she found healing.
That saved my life.
Now she's hoping to give others the same guidance she was given with her latest mission.
That's what really drew me to wanting to work on this project.
This is all, as you can see, under construction.
And this will soon be home to the Bay Veterans Foundation Workshop and Learning Center in Bay City.
We're entering what's going to be the kitchenette.
What's now an empty shell is the longtime dream of Mike Jamrog and Keith Markstrom, whose master plan was drawn up 10 years ago at the former Stein House on a napkin.
Started jotting down notes, and our idea was a small room where people had a couple of saws and hammers, and then over the years it's grown into a 5,700 square foot building, and we're already looking possibly more down the road.
The Veterans Workshop aims to not only build on skills like woodworking or electrical, but also confidence, camaraderie, and connections within the community.
We liken ourselves to talking about being a preschool for skilled trades. We don't want to be a certifying body, but if we can introduce people to new techniques or things that they may not have an opportunity to be introduced to, maybe we could start here.
But beneath the plywood and power tools is an even greater mission, driven by the stinging wounds from their fellow Americans after returning home from Vietnam.
A longtime friend of mine, when I got home, he said, "I'll give you some advice. This is 1971. Go home, take your uniform off, and shut up. Nobody wants to hear your story." I don't want that ever to happen again.
While things are no doubt different for today's veterans, they say the needs are still the same.
They still need a place to decompress, regain that camaraderie that they knew in service, and be able to share their stories in an environment where people understand what they're saying or what they're not saying.
This is a space where you can just be.
Andrea has signed on as a board member for the Bay Veterans Foundation Workshop and Learning Center, helping open the door to veterans who need what she did years ago.
A place like this where I knew where to go to just meet other veterans, that would have been life-saving for me.
She hopes this helps light the path forward for veterans battling their new mission on the home front.
I think this place is really going to make a huge difference.
And they hope to have the Workshop and Learning Center completed by the spring. And in the meantime, they hope to connect with people who'd like to mentor veterans or organizations seeking veterans as mentors.